Welcome to another episode of SCL News. I'm your host, SCL Matt, and today is Monday, January 16th. A little bit of a short week because I'm getting back on my normal Monday schedule here, and it turns out we do have some news for you. A lot of news that I wasn't expecting, but let's get into it. So, if some of you watched the Nintendo Switch announcement, you may have some idea where I'm going with this. I did put an article up about this already, but Skylanders Imaginators is coming to the Nintendo Switch. It is coming as a launch title, which means it'll be available on March 3rd. It is available to pre-order on Amazon right now. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get 20% off that title right now. The starter pack is going to be listed at $59.99, so it's a little bit cheaper, but there's a reason for that. It doesn't include a portal, which for some of you, I think that's great. I know you're always looking for less portals, less clutter, that type of thing. I know some people are still complaining, could we get a package with just the game and not the figures? And you're not gonna be able to please everybody. They're still looking to get a new audience, get new people into the game, so they're gonna need the figures as well. So we have the starter pack at $59.99, no portal. It's just gonna have the game, the two figures, Golden Queen and Kingpin, and the Fire Creation Crystal, the Fire Reactor Creation Crystal. But there's a reason that there's no portal in this pack, and that is something that is exclusive to the Switch version of Imaginators, and they're gonna allow you to create a digital library of figures. That's right, this is the first time we've really seen this to this extent. You've kind of been able to do this before if you played some of the 3DS versions of the game. They did allow you to scan in your figures and then just select them digitally as you were playing and such, but I think this is going to be a little bit different with the Nintendo Switch, where we're actually going to be able to scan them in without a portal. That's the biggest thing for me, is without a portal. So for those of you who don't know, in the right Joy-Con, the Joy-Con is their name for the removable controllers that they're using. And so in the right one, it actually contains an NFC reader. And that's essentially what the Portal of Power was. It's just a giant NFC reader. So the right Joy-Con contains an NFC reader, so all you have to do is hold your figure up to that controller and it's going to be able to scan your figure into the game. So maybe a little less magical, or maybe more magical, I don't know, depending how you look at it. But it is the method that the Switch is going to use to scan your figures into the game, and it's going to create that digital library. And the biggest thing is so you can take the game on the go, because that's the whole point of the Switch, is that it's a mobile hybrid console thing. And so we have this new concept for a console, so they're trying to go along with that and make their game compatible with it. And so this is what they came up with. This is what they're going to allow for this game. Like I said, this is exclusive to the Switch. You're not going to be able to do this on other consoles. It's only going to be available on the Switch. So, you get to scan all your figures in, create your digital library. There are two caveats: that you will not be able to scan in vehicles or traps. The traps make a lot of sense. There's not a trap slot, so you're not going to be able to scan them in. But the vehicles, then, you're not going to be able to scan them in either. And that makes me think that there's not going to be a racing mode in this game. I think it's just going to be the main story campaign, which is fine by me. I don't do a lot of racing anyway, but just so you know, you're not going to be able to scan vehicles or traps into this game. But that wasn't the only news we got on Thursday. We actually got news from Activision right after the Switch announcement, telling us that they're actually going to be releasing a new adventure pack as well. So this is something we thought we knew everything there was to know about Skylanders Imaginators. We thought we knew everything that was coming out, but it looks like they made a last-minute decision and added something to this game. So obviously this wasn't in the coding for the game before. It's something they're adding in new, and it is the Cursed Tiki Temple adventure pack. and it's going to include 3 items. Wildstorm, the figure. You always need a figure in an adventure pack. You have a life creation crystal. We don't know which life creation crystal it is yet. We won't know until we actually see box shots of this pack, that possibly until we see it in stores. That's just going to be the way it is. We know it's going to be a life creation crystal, but Activision doesn't specify between different creation crystals. That's something I've done on SkylandersCharacterList.com to help collectors know which ones they need to collect and what they're looking for. So they're not going to differentiate. They're not going to tell us ahead of time which mold it is, which one they're using. We're just going to have to wait and see what's in the box. So we have a life creation crystal, and then we can have an Imaginite mystery chest. So I don't know if it's going to be a bronze, silver, gold. I would guess a gold, just because it's the best value. It's going to feel like you're getting the most out of it. But they wanted to put a 3rd item in there to kind of keep with the pricing model that they've been using. The pack is still going to retail for $29.99, just like the other adventure packs. So in the other adventure packs, you get a figure, a crystal, and a level piece, or in the case of the Crash Bandicoot, you got 2 figures. So they're trying to keep that pricing model roughly the same. Since they're not including a level piece, they are giving us the extra chest that wouldn't normally be in there. So this pack is going to include, like I said, Wildstorm, a life creation crystal, and a mystery chest. Now, going back to it, I said it doesn't have a level piece. So how do you open the level? Well, think back to the Crash Bandicoot level pack, where we didn't have a level piece either. You put the figure on the portal and it unlocks the level. Same thing here. When you put Wildstorm on the portal, he is going to unlock the level. He is going to unlock the Cursed Tiki Temple and allow you to play that level. So you will need that figure, and I don't think they're gonna sell him separately anymore. I think maybe originally they were planning on it, but like I said, this was a late addition to the game. Definitely wasn't planned from the get-go, and I think that Wildstorm is only going to be packaged in the adventure pack now, and you're going to need him then to unlock this level. That's not the only thing though. We did also get the announcement that they're going to add 100 new parts to the game, but it sounds like that is all going to be tied to this Cursed Tiki Temple level. So I think when you put Wildstorm on the portal, he is going to add these 100 new Imaginator parts. 100 new parts for you to unlock. They're not going to be unlocked right away. It's something you're going to have to do. You're going to have to play through the game. I think playing through just the new level is going to unlock a fair amount of them. And a couple more run-throughs or playthroughs elsewhere, you're going to be able to unlock 100 parts in no time at all. It's not really that big of a deal, but it is encouraging to see that they are adding new parts to the game. Hopefully that'll help you in some of your creations. I can't wait to see what they decide to add. I really have no idea at this point what direction they're going to go with it. If it's going to be fan-created things, or if it's going to be parts from other NPCs or other Skylanders that we've seen, or what they're going to do with it. I really don't know. But it is exciting to see that they're still adding stuff to this game, and we're going to have access to that in March. So that's all the news we have for right now. It's a lot of news to take in, I know. You probably have a lot of questions. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. Get a hold of me over at SkylandersCharacterList.com. Whatever the case may be, it is exciting. It's fun to talk about. And if you have questions, I'll try to answer them as best I can. It is possible I don't have all the answers right now because this is still news. It's brand new. We don't have all the answers. They haven't revealed everything, but I will do my best. So, until next week, enjoy.